Hi, my name is Katie DeSanto. I am the general manager of Phoenix Books here in Vermont, and we are gathered to let the public know and other folks know about the planned Amazon distribution warehouse. All right, we are gathered to let folks driving by know about the Project Moose, which is the name Amazon gave this project, to open a distribution warehouse in the Saxon Hill neighborhood of Essex, Vermont. And my concern as a bookseller, it's a multifaceted issue. There are neighbors that live in that neighborhood that are incredibly concerned about the 250 vans that will be driving in and out multiple hours a day, the 2 to 4 18-wheeler tractor trailers that will be driving back and forth on River Road from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. in a neighborhood. They're very concerned about pollution, air pollution, safety on the roads for their children, wildlife safety, and unchecked growth by this company in our roads in our town. As a bookseller, for me, I'm concerned about Amazon as their predatory practices regarding devaluing the book, which we've been fighting against for many years. They're devaluing the book, they're devaluing human labor, they're devaluing our local economies, all in the name of profits. And we have been staunchly pro-local for years, and I'm not alone. Small businesses all over Vermont are also fighting for their very existence, and Amazon is a threat to that existence. So we're here to make sure folks know what Amazon is really all about.
Hi, I'm new to Vermont, and I think that our local businesses here are something so truly special. It's the thing that drew me to Vermont. It's unique to this country at this time, and I would truly hate to see that gone to Amazon coming into this area. It's so important to protect our small businesses. Thank you all for showing up here today.
Good afternoon. Renee Reiner here. I am co-owner of Phoenix Books. Exactly why I am here today. I am here because I think the presence of Amazon in our community is not a beneficial thing. I think this for many reasons. I think that Amazon's business practices are very well known. They are abhorrent. They are not helpful to our community. They are not helpful to any community. I am sorry that so many folks have been so well trained to think that they need their tube of toothpaste this afternoon, that they can't go to the drugstore and buy something themselves, that they think the presence of an additional 270 Amazon vans crawling around our roadways is somehow a positive and a job creator. It's actually not a job creator, because Amazon currently has contracts with USPS and UPS to deliver our packages. Those contracts will disappear, and I therefore anticipate that many jobs will disappear. Those unemployed folks will then be employed by Amazon at lower wages. Not exactly a benefit. I think that once we successfully create a union, if Amazon were to happen, once we are unionized successfully, which I envision happening, Amazon will pull out of our community, like they just did in Quebec with 7 warehouses. There are many reasons. I'm inviting folks to get educated. I am inviting folks to join with us, because this fight will be a long-term fight. It actually took Walmart 20 years to get here. Amazon does not give up easily. So yes, I am concerned. I am, in fact, also concerned for my business, because I think that the presence of 270 vans on the road will make folks think of Amazon first, which is precisely what they want. Please consider joining the fight. It's going to be a good one. Thanks a lot.
Amazon Tracker project.
So good to know. Yes, I mean,
These people, I know the goddamn risk.
Hi, I'm David Zuckerman, former Lieutenant Governor and State Legislator, and I'm here in Essex at the town offices in part of the rally and protest against the idea of an Amazon fulfillment center coming to Vermont. To me, Amazon is part of the whole system that's tearing apart our local economies, that's led over the last 30 years. Not that they've been around that long, but this mentality of get things mailed in from everywhere instead of buying from your local stores. And, to me, he's also become part of the, as Bernie says, part of the oligarchy. They're buying the seats in Congress. They're trying to buy court seats everywhere and about. Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and the rest of them. And, the economy isn't what it once was. Local people bought from local people. You had local jobs, and people could make a living and live in their communities. And I think a lot of us are tired of the slide that we've been on, and then now this president trying to take all power with these guys' money behind him. So we're protesting.
And I think that's the most important thing, is that an enormous company from the other side of the country is really focused on extracting money from our community rather than contributing in any way. So they're known for having jobs that are not great, not well paid. And again, I think the most important thing is that they're not really a community member. They're not really caring about all the things that are important that make this place, this part of Vermont, a special place. So that's all. I think that's all I've got to say.
I'm Denny May from New Haven, Vermont. I came up to be part of this demonstration because I'm utterly opposed to Amazon having any facility in Vermont. We don't need them. Vermont is Vermont because a lot of our small towns are thriving, unlike small towns across the country that have been devastated by Amazon's presence or the work of Amazon. I'm opposed to Amazon on a whole range of issues. They're anti-labor, they're anti-environment, they don't pay their fair share of taxes, they get billions of dollars in tax abatements from small communities all over, and big communities all over the country. They can pay taxes, but they get out of it with these abatements. And I just don't think they belong in Vermont. So that's why I'm out here.
My name is Gary, and I came here because someone let me know that others are gathering. I'm very concerned about Essex possibly building a warehouse for Amazon. In December, workers in Quebec at an Amazon warehouse unionized. And then in January, he closed all 7 factories in Quebec. 1,700 people have lost their jobs. And I just thought that should be part of the consideration for Vermonters wanting or not wanting Amazon to be here. Amazon does not enhance the economy to a great extent, as do local businesses. So my hope is that this does not succeed. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Lena. I just rode my bike to Essex from Burlington to stand outside the Essex town office and express my discontent with the consideration of an Amazon facility for Essex. We know that Chittenden County is where half of the people in the state of Vermont live, and when something comes to Essex, it impacts commerce and our economy and our viability as a livable community. For everyone in Chittenden County, Amazon is an enormous corporation that is able to provide cheap goods to people because it is exploiting the people who make those goods and transport them. Amazon jobs are so often not high quality jobs. This center is going to create a lot of stormwater runoff. It's going to cause a lot more truck traffic, which is an environmental justice concern and a climate concern. If we're really interested in adhering to development guidelines and keeping Vermont a thriving place, a place that is safe and wonderful to live, we have to reject this Amazon facility. I'm really hoping to see positive outcomes at the DRB meeting tonight and in the future, and really encourage folks to get involved if you are concerned about corporate takeover of Vermont's economy. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Lorraine Zaloom. I live here on Route 15. We're experiencing Route 15 traffic right now, so I'm not sure how well you can hear me. But we're here today because we have a part of our town where we had a settlement deal with a big developer in the region. His name is Al Senecal, and he purchased a large swatch of land in what we call Saxon Hill, or the Resource Preservation District Industrial, and he's been slowly developing it. It was our old watershed in Essex, and is no longer in use as providing water to the town. However, it's an important section for us because it sits right above the Winooski, and it is sandwiched between two rivers. So our concern is making sure that we have enough trees so that we can fight the erosion that's happening, the flooding that's increasing in North Williston Road, connection to Route 117, River Road, which has been identified by our CCRCP, which is PC, which is our Chittenden County Regional Planning Commission, has deemed North Williston Road to River Road 117 to be a transportation corridor for trucking. Our observation is for trucking is not a great route for transportation. It's probably a holdover for when the CERC was put through between Essex that was supposed to run all the way to Burlington, and that's no longer true. And now that Al Senecal owns a large swatch of the land in our RPDI Saxon Hill area, he has been putting in way bigger builds than what the regulations are approved for. The Planning Commission was waiving all those regs, and now our newly formed Development Review Board is also about to waive very important regs for our buffer zone. The other concern that we have is it's not following our town plan. Our town plan requires diversity in our businesses. This brings no diversity, as Amazon packages are already being delivered, and that's what they're planning on putting in there is a big Amazon distribution center. Our other concern is that the buffer that's required in the zone for visual screening is being waived as well. And we're supposed to get something in kind. There's nothing coming in kind. And then also from this town, the staff notes on the town, the purpose of the site plan review is to ensure this compliance with the town plan and with our zoning regulations. We keep getting the regulations waived over and over and over. We need people to stop the big builds that are happening. It just keeps increasing our traffic, our taxes, our noise pollution, and our air pollution. We need help. Anyone who wants to come down and help us out, the next DRB meeting is actually going to approve or have them reconsider the regs again and rebuild. That's going to happen in their first meeting in May. Thanks.
Yeah, my name is David Scopin. I live here in Essex, and the last thing we need is Amazon, a corporation that is a high mark for doing everything bad. So we're going to have to motivate the town of Essex, the select board, and the board and the planning commission. We're going to have to motivate them to pull out all the stops, because there are ways of putting a halt to certain things. It just requires a little more effort. So I think with us pushing them to the limit, being out here, giving them a little bad press, maybe they'll get the message. I sure hope so, because this community deserves better than Amazon. Thank you.